Welcome back to Minecraft. You are here with LumberJackTV, and look at that. I just got started planting a tree farm, and behind Happy Junk there is the sheep/barn, which makes me think that one day I might move that sign somewhere else so that we can see the barn now that it's there. And I'm going to go around and plant trees and get the tree garden started. So we need some dirt. And yeah, so that's what my mission is today. So I'll keep working on that and let you know how it progresses. So far on this side I'm doing 3 rows of various trees, and I likely will need to get rid of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, one more wall here for extra spacing. But I don't want to bore you with building up the area, so what I'll do is I'll let you go for now, and I'll bring you back when I'm almost done.
We are on a roll with these commentaries. Last 3 episodes, it seems, that we decided to, well, I decided to skip through a lot of the building portions of landscaping, stuff like that, so that you didn't have to watch it and be bored. Instead, we're doing a little bit of commentary, but what I'll be doing is I'll be commenting on what I'm doing in the game, as well as telling you how much I'm looking forward to a new game coming out called I Am Alive. I'm sure most of you who are into video games have heard of it or seen it on YouTube and stuff like that. Gist of it is that right now I'm feeding wheat to all of my sheep, different colored wool, 2 by 2 in each pen, and this is my first real intense test run, just kind of walking up the side, shearing them. Then I go down the other side and I shear the ones that I didn't catch and pick up the wool that I couldn't reach from the other side. So I just have to do, really, it ends up being 2 passes on each side to hit all the sheep and to collect all the wool. I'm getting between 1 and 3 wool per sheep, so I think in most pens I had about between 5 and 8. So I'm either getting a minimum of 8 to 24 per pen of individual colors of wool. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's a much more efficient system, and I can spend 10-20 minutes collecting wool and I'll have so much I don't know what to do with it, right? So that's cool. Now, I Am Alive. So Ubisoft, I think it's called Ubisoft, not Ubisoft. Ubisoft officially, I think, announced the game back in 2008, and it's basically a post-apocalyptic theme where, it's not so much based on zombies post-apocalyptic, but kind of a more, I think, maybe in my opinion, more realistic need to survive, and how would you do that, and interactions with humans and stuff like that. So I think that's really cool. I love all that kind of survival stuff. I love The Walking Dead. I love that show. I love Game of Thrones TV show. And anything to do with like survival and zombie apocalypse, stuff like that. I think that stuff's really entertaining. I love that kind of stuff. So I was extremely excited when I saw the video, the trailer for the game, because I mean, that is just right up my alley. Like, I cannot wait to do that. That's going to be so much fun. It looks so far like the gameplay is pretty cool. Every encounter is a little bit different. You can modify how it's kind of like choose your own adventure, like you choose how you interact with people in certain situations. You can pull out your gun and threaten, but sometimes they won't believe you, but sometimes they will. But you have limited supplies, and there's like lots of climbing and scaling of buildings to find things and to get supplies, which would be realistic in my opinion. You're having to scavenge for supplies, and the most obvious stuff has been picked away, so you kind of got to go out of your way to find the other stuff. and it seems like the climbing system in the game, based on stamina and stuff like that, is just a lot more realistic. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm not quite sure how good the game will actually end up being. Like I said, they started developing it in 2008. I don't know if they've, made the graphics engine completely, up to date as well, or if they're going on some kind of older technology but trying to keep the story really cool. In any case, I hope the graphics are great. I hope the storyline is great. I hope the interactions are great. From what I've seen a little bit of the gameplay, where I might be disappointed is just repeatability. Like I would hate for every encounter to basically go the exact same way. And that might be on the player's part to be creative and figure stuff out. But at the same time, if they only provide so many options, so much variety to take a course of action in any given situation, like basically 3 options: either pull your gun, do a surprise attack, run away, or just straight up attack them, like, it's not going to be very fun. But if it's a bit more interactive, which I hope it is, in terms of negotiation skills that maybe you can earn, stuff like that, sort of RPG-ish style in terms of development of the character and skills and stuff like that, I would go for that. But we'll see. I don't know. I've only seen a couple trailers. I don't know too much more about it. Other news. So I did some sheep farm stuff. I collected the rest of my cyan wool, and now I'm building the roof to my place. And I'm in the desert here collecting sand to make glass, and also I'll be collecting the sandstone. And I'm placing, the place I found isn't too far from my base, and I could only really find veins of sand that were maybe 3-4 deep, maybe 5 if I was lucky. So what I would do is dig out the bottom, place a torch so that they would automatically kind of be harvested from the torch. And I just went around and did that for a while. Collected the sandstone, and I'm doing kind of a trim around my roof here. And as you see the roof become developed, you'll notice I'm trying to incorporate some design into it just to make it look nice. And I mean, this is our home, right? This is where our base of operations is going to be. This is where we're going to be kind of storing everything. This is where all of the stuff, it's the command center, and want to pimp it out. So building on the roof here, basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the sandstone and I'm building a channel, maybe the sign of a positive sign or a cross through the middle of my roof. And what I'll be doing with that is ending up putting glass panes underneath it. With the glass panes intact, then I can be free to put anything on top of it, for example, like water or lava. And because I'm not quite sure I want to deck out my house fully in glowstone to light it up, I am opting to get cross sections of lava in my roof for some design effect and for some lighting effect, just to be a bit creative. So as you can see, I build this little bridge underneath this cross section which will hold up the lava. Lava is not the same mechanically as water, so it was a bit harder to work with. I had to go and get quite a bit more actually to put source blocks, I guess, in, because it only goes about a distance of 4 blocks away, and water goes 8. And so because of the different properties and stuff like that, I had to kind of run around and do all that kind of stuff. Now I needed a lot of glass for this operation because I had to basically build the cross section, all my windows on the walls, and then I wanted to cap the lava on top so I didn't burn myself or anything like that, and basically make these panes. Now if you see the dirt above there, basically what that is I kind of made a design, a template, marked where I wanted to put where I'm going to be putting future glowstone. I want to, in this section of glass and dirt, it's going to end up being glowstone and water to kind of create this watery lighting effect. And of course, I never got enough glowstone the first time I was in the Nether, so I had to go back and do some mining and build some platforms to get to some of the larger chunks of glowstone and harvest all those. Killed a few ghasts along the way. I think I got a couple ghast tears, which was nice. Those are harder to come by, I think, than most materials, especially when I start doing some potion making and stuff like that. So collected those while I could. And here you see me, I'm starting to now replace the dirt blocks with the glowstone. And once I do the whole area, you'll notice the effect that it has with water and the kind of 3D lighting slash kind of depth into the roof, which I think is pretty cool. So, working on that and trying to finish up my roof finally. It's been quite a while. I went through a number of days, number of episodes here without really putting a lot of time and effort into my house. But this day I decided I was kind of tired of it, kind of tired of waiting for it to be done, and I kind of had been thinking about the vision in my mind of what it would all look like as it was getting built. And I just put like 4 hours into this. This is about a 4-hour clip, edited it down into about, I think it's 13 minutes or so. So a lot of work, a lot of editing, a lot of jumping around this way and that way and going and getting different types of materials to get it done. But it felt so good to get it done. Big chunk of the house done. You can kind of breathe now, relax, happy about that. I think it looks pretty good. I might make some adjustments to it later. I'm not quite sure. There's a couple things that I might want to change, like for example right where you see the stove there, or the furnace, and then underneath that is where I also have the workbench, and I have them in the roof. And surrounding those I have just some stone, and then the sandstone. And I'm not quite sure I like the sandstone or the stone sandstone look. I think I might want to use other blocks there, maybe like nether brick or I don't know, obsidian, just to give it some more contrast, make it stand out more around the workbench area. If you have any opinions, of course, I would love to hear what you would suggest or what you think about the design. If you like it, if you think it's cool, give me some motivation and encourage me, that'd be great. Or if you have some suggestions, I would love to hear them. What else? I Am Alive, talked about that, really excited about that. StarCraft 2, I don't know if any of you play StarCraft 2, but I got the game as soon as it came out, basically. I enjoyed the campaign very much. I'm not that much of a hardcore player versus player because, I mean, at best I'm Gold League right now, and I don't know if I could really get past that without putting so much time into it that I wouldn't be having fun with it anymore. It'd be more like work than fun. So mostly I play things like Star Battle. I love Star Battle. And I'm going to record some Star Battle episodes and do some commentary on those as well, and just talk about strategy, things I do, things I've learned while I play and stuff like that. Here you can take a look at the roof, how the lighting works with the depth, the kind of 3D, I'm not sure about the ones that are directly on the glass. You can kind of see them straight up away. They kind of look cool, but I was kind of hoping for them to be further. So, thanks for watching Minecraft. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you next time.